viewers, welcome to this episode of my Let's Play. I just got finished sleeping through the night, just added a few things to my auto crafting system, basically electronic circuits and copper cables and an advanced circuit, because I needed an advanced circuit for an upgrade to my battery pack, or sorry, my bat pack. And so I just saw my circuit pop up, so I'm going to get a piece of tin, I think. The advanced circuits. Actually, it's not a piece of tin. That's for the original. So I believe it's a bat pack, a advanced circuit, and a block of lappies like so. Gives me a lap pack. Cool. And I wanted to make that because out behind here, this machine here, this MFE, can that recharge it? I think it can. Yes. I want to try and drain out as much power as I can from this MFE because I want to move it. I want to move it a little bit. Machines apparently don't like to get hooked up directly to power storage devices, apparently. So I'm going to have to make that small change. This one seems to be working okay, but when I came in today, this furnace was already losing its power, and it was, nearly out. So I just broke it and put it down again, which lost all the heat for it. But this system here seems to be working pretty well. I've got the tube pumping in the ore directly as soon as I've gotten it. So it runs up there, runs up behind those crafting tables, and they come out of this sorting machine, as we can see right here. They get tagged black because everything else would just go into here. I did have to paint these. Oh, that shouldn't be right there. That's a problem. So I'll have to get back in there and replace that cover. Yeah, so basically anything in here that I want to get burned up, I just turn it, it gets tagged black, everything else is white, and then all of these here are white. Basically you have to pick colors, even if you have these things going black. If these are unpainted, they will go into the first inventory they can find. So I didn't want that. So let's see how this thing over here is doing. Okay, well that's fully charged, so that's basically the only thing I can really do to get rid of that power. So what I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put it up this high, because I can't put it beside that that pipe, because it has an inventory. We don't want it going in there. And I think we can put the solar panel just beside it. Solar panel, not the piece of cable. I will have to get some more glass fiber cable. Hoping I have some around somewhere. So I'll put that in right there. So I'll start charging up that MFE. Let's use my my requester to see if I have any. Glass fiber cable. I'm not seeing any. I don't know where the heck I would have used it all. Only chest that was on that network. So just have to get this here connected. Like so. There. So this should be nice and happy now. Good. Just as I expected. Now hopefully that will solve this problem of these machines running out of power. Basically every time I, start the game up fresh, the connections get broken somehow. They did not like to be powered from beneath at all. So I've moved them a few times. Well, that was my old the old system. They don't like to be powered from underneath. This one didn't like to be powered directly off of the machine like this. So I'm hoping this will solve that problem. Yeah, these machines here will be fine. So the next thing I want to do is put this cable where I can find it again. Toss it in here. So the next thing I want to do is I want to try something that I want to build something I've never built before. It is from a mod. Is a lens bench. So I need some iron, some stone, and a ruby. I get a ruby with some glass and some redstone. Alright, I can handle that. Some redstone. So that goes there. Iron around it, and a crafting table, and then was it stone or something? Stone. Yeah. Smooth stone. I've got some of that in here. So a lens bench. And what is a lens bench for? A lens bench, can't place it there, okay, I'll place it there. A lens bench creates lenses. I'm also going to need a drill, which is a ruby, some iron, a stick, and a button. It's actually kind of a cool recipe. I like that it uses a button. So need a button. Sticks I don't have. I've got a ton of wood around here somewhere. Just wooden planks, here we are. Wood for sticks. And I need another one of those rubies. I'm just going to make a bunch up right now, because I'm going to need more. So ruby, 2 pieces of iron, a button, and a stick for a drill. A drill is basically a tool for the mod itself. So we put a piece of glass in here and we get a white lens. If we put a stone that will surround it, cobblestone white lens. So rubies increase the power of them right now. So there's a bunch of different colored lenses. If we put blue, we'll get a blue lens. That'll make a... I think if you put a glowstone block, it'll up the power. But what I'm looking for is a green lens. For that I need cactus green, which I've got a few here. I need more than that. One more. Okay. Always have to make do with what I've got on hand. So some of these lasers, they all have different properties. The green lens, oh, these don't stack either. It's kind of a drag. Alright, so I'll just do 3 for now because I'm out of inventory space. What a green lens does is it will speed the growth of plants that it's attached, that it's hitting, essentially. So what I want to do is I want to place it down over here. I want to place them all around the outside to hit the outside trees here, and on the inside to hit the inside trees. So I'm going to need some, let's use stone. And we'll basically use our drill to drill into this and put down the laser like so. I have to move that. So every time I am putting one of these down, it's, oops, that's not right. Let that go, okay. Something goes over here apparently. So every time I'm drilling into these blocks here, it's essentially costing a ruby. And I think I've got one more. Nope. Yeah. So let's grab a couple more of these lenses. I don't know if this works like a what's it called? Project table. I don't think it does. Right click, no. Gotta use this here again. And I think I've got one more. There. So what this should do, if I apply a redstone signal, which I'll make with just a lever here. So if I pop that on there, let's break this for now. So as you can see, it's shooting out this beam and hitting this little sapling. And that should encourage this sapling to grow, which is exactly what I want. At least over here. I was having, I can use this catalyst stuff in this forester, but it's really expensive to make. I might even want a separate, yeah, I think that's what I'll do as well. Yeah, like I said, it's really expensive to make. It's, it takes a lot of resources, which is a good way to get rid of some of my ash, but like currently I don't believe I have enough, I don't think I'm producing enough of everything to really use it like full speed at this time. Like, where's the recipe for it here? Yeah, so it uses 6 honey drops, fertilizer, and a wax capsule, which is no big deal. Currently, the only way I'm making fertilizer is from ash and sand. What I might do is, if I was say making out of apatite, the fertilizer from apatite, which you get about 8 from, then I'd probably do it. But I just don't have no way to get my apatite over here quickly for now. So right now I'm going to try this here and see how it goes. Probably have to put some lights on here again. I've never really tried this before, so it could work, it could, fail miserably. I might need to make more powerful green lenses. I place that down there. Really? sleep through the night, and I will. I'm gonna wait and see if that thing actually works, and I'll be back with the results. Okay. As you can see, I was just over in my test world testing some things out because it didn't look like it was working. It's not statistics. Options. No. So it didn't look like it was working as expected and intended. I did figure out the problem, but I even put a laser onto here, and it really doesn't do anything. That's because of this template. This has to be set to laser. So if I do that, these should actually promote growth. I don't know if they have to, if they can be right beside the item. But this is only power 6, yeah. What I did find was, you know, this single, basically no unpowered laser, doesn't work all that great. The power 6 worked fairly well. There is a power 8 laser, power plus 8, but it takes like, 3 diamonds, and I know I'm not going to spend that many diamonds on that many lasers, because really I want to line the outside of this and the inside with these things. So I'm going to need a lot of lenses, so I'm going to need a lot of glass, because I'm going to need a lot of rubies to make all of these lasers. So that's a bunch of glass. Wow, that is a lot of nickelite. I might want to, I'm going to have to deal with that very soon. I might actually have to make a crating machine to do that. Let's think about how I want to possibly automate that. So to make the power plus 6 lasers, I'm going to need a bunch of rubies, like so. And we're going to need more cactus green, which I probably don't have. Got one, so I'm just going to use my Klein star to grab a bunch real quick. And set this as my target. There we go. So over to here. I can basically only make a few at a time here. So that's going to give me power plus 6, and I want the green. Okay, let's sleep through the night, and I'll be right back. And I just noticed something, that the laser blocks these things from being replanted. And it still hasn't grown. So that pretty much goes that idea. Oh, that's a drag. And I just made those lasers. Blast. What I could do is set these up to pulse. So that's basically all I would need, right? Yeah, if I turn them off for about 10 seconds, they would, in theory, give the breed them enough time to replant. Still haven't actually seen this one grow, because I haven't chatted to Laser and go. That's weird. Let's try this again. Back once this thing actually grows. Okay, well I just tried this out with a laser right here, and yeah, it does not seem to be working very well on these forestry farms. So I'm just going to get rid of these. It's a good thought, but I'm going to think of something else for these here. It could be something with forestry itself, is because forestry has its own way of enhancing growth. It might basically disable anything else that tries, because I don't know why it's not working as intended. So I thought that would have been cool to have those lasers around there, but I guess I'm just gonna have to continue using those catalysts. And speaking of catalysts, I know that I was down down underneath it there, checking on the fuel production, and it appears to be out. These engines are not running because they have they're not warmed up anymore. So I'm gonna have to go get some lava, and I've got a bunch of saplings to process. Probably have a ton of wheat that I've got sitting over here. Yeah, I've got a bunch of wheat that I can still steal. And there's an Enderman here, so try and kill him. And he vanished into nowhere. And it looks like my quarry has stopped. I haven't quite given up on these lasers, but for now I'll just toss them in here, get them out of the way. That's such a drag. That would have been so cool. So I'm just going to go to the surface lava over here and grab some lava and fill those engines up. And one thing I do want to make is I want to get an actual lava production system going on, most likely using the nether, because that's, where you can get the most lava for, basically nothing. But I just haven't got there yet. I know that there's it's the nether, so it's really not surprising that there's a huge lava lake right around the corner from the spawn. Get these back up and running. So those will warm up and start running again and produce me all kinds of nice fuel. Oh shoot. All but one of those. So I'm gonna fix that engine. I'm gonna put my quarry, get that going again. And I'll be back when I've got the next thing that I want to start up. And it looks like we had a problem with some water down there, which is odd. So I will go fix that as well. That causes those machines to break. Getting water into there is not going to be, the infinite water source is not going to be all that simple. I just know it. Let's see. No wonder. It's the simplest way to do it from here. Or not. I just broke that redstone torch. Great. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, it's going to take me a few minutes to get settled, so I'll be back in a second. So, just over at my quarry. I'm just pulling up the mining head again. That's part of this, I cannot get this to automate. Here's the old full cycle. I did switch this to a 70 times quarry head up, and that seemed to move it up about halfway, which doesn't make any sense at all. I thought it might have been like a timing issue or something. So what I've done is I've upped the amount of times it should trigger this quarry head up. And we'll see how that goes. So now I'm just bringing it back up to the surface so I can move it and then run this full cycle again and see if that works. Because really, like, ideally, I would like to, once that red light goes on, I'd like to pop over onto this, onto here again, just move it and start again, not have to wait to pull this thing back up to the surface. And what direction am I going to go into? I think I'm going to go, I believe, west. As you can see, I've cut out quite a bit. Wow, cut out a lot more than I thought. That is so awesome. Greatest machine ever. So, that is going to wrap up this episode. Unfortunately, that laser mod didn't work out the way that I planned. I think I'm going to try and play around with it a little bit more in my test world to see if I can get it working with one of those, near enough to one of those forestry farms for it to make a difference. But until then, see you next time.